You're not stuck because you take bad trades. You're stuck because you keep taking decent ones. I thought I was finally getting profitable because I was avoiding the obviously bad trades, but my P&L didn't move. I was still flat and I couldn't get any profit or payouts. I couldn't figure out why, because the trades I took every day didn't feel wrong. And then it clicked. Every time I took a decent trade and lost, it didn't just cost me that trade. It erased a winning one. My A-plus setups were winning, but the OK trades were canceling them out. So my P&L just stayed flat, like I wasn't even trading. And here's what I realized. The most profitable traders weren't the most skilled, they were the most selective. They're just more ruthless about what they'll actually trade. They see the same decent setups you see, and they ignore them. The moment I started doing that, my P&L shot up and never looked back. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why you should only trade A-plus setups and how to nail them every single time. The problem with trading is that we need to take trades to make profit, but we vastly overestimate how many trades we need to take to get there. So we show up every day and try to look for a trade or two to get that number up and make a profit, right? But this idea is completely backwards. The trades aren't the goal. The right trades are the goal. And there's a massive difference. Because every time you show up looking for a trade, you're putting yourself under pressure to find one. And that pressure is what leads you straight to the decent setups that aren't really that great. You're taking them because you feel like you have to do something. Like doing nothing means you're falling behind. And like a day with no trades is a wasted day. This feels even worse if you decide to stay out and see a winning trade you could have taken. Now, the most damaging thing about all this isn't even the losses or anything like that. It's that you end up believing it's the best you can do. Like you should just expect half your trades to lose and to grow slowly or not at all. On top of that, when you're putting in a lot of effort and not getting any motion, your psychology will start to crack. You'll start doubting yourself and your strategy. You won't trust it, and you'll be more prone to overtrading or revenge trading, which will set you back massively and take a long time to recover. Then you'll get more frustrated and restless and take even more risks, and eventually you become a gambler. Because look at it this way. An A-plus setup might have an 80% win rate. That means that when the specific criteria for an A-plus trade is met and you take the trade, you'll win that trade 8 out of 10 times. Then you'll have B-level setups. These are where you'll find most of the decent trades you take. This has maybe a 50% win rate. So you'll win that trade 5 out of 10 times. And finally, at the bottom, you'll have F-level setups, which have maybe a 35% win rate. This is going to be the spectrum of all the potential trades you take. Now keep in mind that you might take an A-plus setup and lose, or take an F-level setup and win. A high win rate doesn't mean you'll win every single time, and a low win rate doesn't mean you'll lose every single time. And it takes a high level of psychological control to be genuinely happy with a loss, because you know what you did was right, and also to be genuinely upset with a win because you know what you did was wrong. Because here's the thing. What most traders do is take a mix of A-level setups, B-level setups, and F-level setups. And over time, that means you're mixing trades that have an 80% win rate with trades that have a 50% win rate with trades that have a 35% win rate. So it averages out and you get a 55% win rate. Now, a 55% win rate means usually you're barely above water. You're not drowning, but you're not swimming either. And that in between is actually the most dangerous place to be as a trader. Because when you're clearly losing, you know something needs to change. When you're clearly winning, you have confidence and momentum behind you. But at 55%, you have just enough wins to keep going and just enough losses to keep doubting yourself. You're stuck in this gray zone where you can't tell if your system works or if you're just getting lucky. And that uncertainty is what destroys your psychology over time. That's the real danger. Now imagine if you cut everything below A level. Suddenly your win rate is 80%. And at 80%, the math works completely differently. Your winners aren't being canceled out anymore. They're compounding. Every clean A-plus setup you take builds on the last one, instead of getting erased by the next B-level or F-level trade you felt pressured to take. And here's what makes this even more powerful. When you only take A-plus setups, you're not just improving your numbers. You're improving everything. Your confidence goes up because every trade you take has a real reason behind it. Your discipline goes up because you're not fighting the urge to overtrade anymore. Your psychology stabilizes because you're no longer in a cycle of winning and losing for no clear reason. You're basically on cloud 9 in the trading world. So the question is, what does an A plus setup look like? And how do we find them consistently? Well, an A plus setup is just a trade that's high probability, low risk, and high reward. That's the golden triangle. And the further we move down the line, the more it becomes low probability, high risk, and low reward. So when it comes to finding an A plus setup, this is exactly what you want to look for. Now, this is going to be using the LCE framework, which involves trading from one supply and demand level to another. If you're not familiar with that yet, I'll link some videos right now that'll get you up to speed. But we're looking to enter at one level and exit at the next. Our only job is to figure out which level the price is more likely to go to. And so in this case, an A plus setup is just the highest possible probability that the price is more likely to move one way rather than the other. A B level setup would mean that it has a slightly higher chance of moving to one level rather than the other. And an F level setup means that it has no chance of moving to one level rather than the other. Or worse, is more likely to move against you than not. And the way we figure out which setup we have is by using the multi-time frame cloud. So that's going to be our EMA cloud on every time frame from the 5-minute to the 1 hour. And an A plus setup will be different depending on which phase of the market we're in. So if we're in an uptrend, an A plus setup would mean that all of the time frames are sloping up clearly. That's the 5-minute, the 15-minute, the 30-minute, and the 1 hour. If these time frames all align and look healthy, then we have an A plus setup. Because what that means is that buyers control every single time frame, all the way from short-term buyers on the 5-minute to longer-term buyers on the 1 hour. And if instead we had something like a flat 5-minute and a bullish 1 hour, it means that long-term buyers are in control, but short-term buyers aren't quite yet. Now, usually the long-term is stronger than the short-term, but the short-term will indicate a reversal before the long-term. So if the price is going to reverse, the 5-minute cloud will flatten first. It's still more likely to move in the direction of the long-term trend, but it's something to take note of. Those types of trades won't have a win rate as high as a pure A plus setup with all clouds pointing bullish. And the same situation applies for a downtrend. So when the market is trending in either direction, the only thing we're looking for is healthy cloud alignment. At that point, we can enter in the trend direction and target the next level with a very high degree of confidence that our target will get hit. And when a market is ranging, things are a little bit different. Because breakouts and clean trades happen in ranging markets all the time, you just need to be a bit more careful. You can't get an A plus type of trade in a range because probability is naturally lower than in a trend, but you can get pretty close. I mean, I take winning trades on range days all the time. It's just about knowing how and when to enter. So what makes a high quality trade on a range day is this. The cloud should be relatively flat on all time frames. When we're at the opening level, we should have a clear piece of market structure to break on one or both of the levels. And when the market opens and moves to one of these levels, it should move with urgency and aggression. Bonus points if we also attempted to move the opposite way at first, but got rejected. Then we enter when the price breaks the low or the high. That's an A-level setup when it's a range day. In this case, the odds tilt more to the price breaking out than they do to the price staying in the range. So that's the highest probability setup you can have on a range day, and it works very well if done right. So these are what A-plus setups look like. They aren't the most common, but they have the highest win rate and probability out of all trade types. When I spot one, I can feel very confident that it'll work, to the point where sometimes I don't even check my chart after I enter and set my stop and target. I just come back the next day. Now, the next type of trade is a B-level trade. This is going to be a trade that has some edge because it's still trending, but it's weaker. What this means is either some of the clouds are flat or that they're trending but overstretched. Essentially anything outside of the range of a healthy trend. And these aren't as good as A-plus setups because although they may seem to have the same type of edge, they aren't as stable or probable and have a lower win rate. So let's say, for example, we start off with a range day and then break to the downside. Now these are A-level setups right here because they're following trend and momentum. But if we were to pull back after one of these moves and bounce into this bearish cloud right here, would this short be an A-level setup? Well, not exactly. When we're talking about A-plus setups, we're looking for a breakout in the direction of the trend. This confirms that the trend has full conviction to make another leg. But if we don't wait for a breakout and enter before, then the market could still be in a consolidation phase. We could range for a while and chop around here before we get continuation, and that continuation move would still be valid. But the problem is you'd probably get chopped out before. So if we don't get a clear structure break, our trade will be subject to a lot more randomness and our win rate will probably be lower. Now, it doesn't mean you'll lose overall, but your trades will be a lot more difficult both psychologically and emotionally. So B-level setups are lower probability than A-level setups and way more taxing mentally. Then finally, we have F-level setups, which are just setups with conflicting clouds that have no edge whatsoever, or even point in the opposite direction. So let's say you have a bearish cloud, and the price arrives at a demand level, and for some reason you want to buy the dip. This is an absolutely horrible idea, and we'll lose most of the time. Or if we're in the middle of a range after a volatile range expansion, and we randomly decide to take a trade. There is literally no edge here, and the price can do what it wants. So these types of setups are usually easy to avoid, but can sometimes be tempting if you're in a stressed or emotional state. Now, highly profitable and relaxed trading is really just taking A-plus setups while having the discipline to avoid the rest. Because that's where the math really moves in your favor. Let's say we zoom out to a month. So over a typical month, you'll usually have 5 to 10 A-plus setups. You're not going to have one every single day, of course. You'll get B-level setups more often, and you'll get F-level setups all the time. Basically, every level-to-level move outside of A-level or B-level is an F-level setup. So if you took exclusively A-plus setups, your chart would look something like this. Most of your days are green, and you have a high risk-reward. Psychology-wise, you have low stress. You know that you're not taking anything except for A-plus setups, which are usually very easy to spot, so most of the market is easy to ignore completely. Now, if you throw B-level and F-level setups into the mix, then you get something completely different. You might be slightly more profitable overall, but stress is way higher. It's going to be very difficult to sustain this long term because you can have a good week or a good month or even a good year. But real profitable trading and compounding comes when you can maintain a system psychologically for years. If you burn out, all that extra profit is useless because it'll be lost later on overtrading or revenge trading anyway. So you want to look for maximum stability because that gives you scalability. And scalability is what really sets you apart and puts you in a league of your own. Imagine just taking a few A-plus setups a month with a high win rate and then just doing it with 10 times the size. And that's really all it comes down to. Not more trades, not more screen time, not more strategy, just fewer, better trades, taken with full conviction and ignored when they're not there. The traders who actually make it aren't the ones who work the hardest. They're the ones who wait the longest for the right setup and then pull the trigger without hesitation when it shows up. That's the game. And by the way, if you want to master finding these setups and implementing this, join my accelerator program. You'll get access to a custom indicator with these exact levels mapped out, as well as private one-on-one support from me and a private community. If you're interested, the link is below, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.